Akashinsi, your favorite reflection of you. Becoming more aware of my breath with every single step that I take, especially as the wind blows so gently along my face. Today we talk about a biopharma basics concept, a biotech basics, a pharma basics concept, but not focused on the science, rather focused on the efficiency of how to work more effectively in this industry. As we all know, this industry takes years, even decades, to develop life-saving treatments using the most innovative science in the world. Yet at the same time, what is it that, the regulatory process is long. There's a lot of things ongoing. There's many different things that are unknown as we continue to develop new therapeutics and such. But really, a decade? Is that really the fastest we can go? These are the questions that the executives, professors, etc., policymakers are asking, doctors. They're asking, how can we make this faster? How can we make this more efficient? How can we make this more effective? And that's what we're going to get into in the heart of today's talk. As always, if you enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe. And with that, into efficiency. I could talk about clinical trial efficiency and how it takes XYZ number of years to recruit to clinical trial. In other words, or maybe months. It could be years though, it depends on the disease. And when I say recruit a clinical trial, what I mean is in order for, and we've talked about this in a past video once or twice, in order for a new drug or a new therapy or a new medical device, what have you, to be marketed in the United States of America, the product must be approved by the FDA. As a part of the FDA approval process, specifically for therapeutics, which is what I focus in, typically drugs need to go through 3 phases of clinical development, phase 1, 2, and 3, and these can take up to a decade, even 2 decades from the first time a new compound has been researched and developed to the day that it finally gets marketing approval and is able to be sold on the open markets. 20 years? Are you kidding me? In a disease like cancer, where patients only have months, many a times, what is this? 20 years ain't gonna cut it. So one of the things that the industry's been working to do is cut down on the time it takes to recruit clinical trials or get patients into a clinical trial. In other words, to make patients aware that, hey, look, I know your prognosis, or basically what the doctors are saying, is pretty grim. On the same hand, if you're interested, we have this opportunity available for you to try out a new medicine, and by you trying out this new medicine, you're kind of dedicating your body and your life to science and to scientific discovery, and potentially enabling others to get life-saving treatments in the future. So it's treatments are often come at there's no cost to it. They're often free. Potentially even sometimes patients will be paid for this. The ethics of this will be a future discussion potentially if you guys are interested in it. Nonetheless, it takes a long time to recruit patients because it's not like you have you can't go into your backyard and be like, oh, I'm looking for someone with non-small cell lung cancer. Anyone with non-small cell lung cancer here? Anyone with lung cancer? Maybe that's a bad example because, well, lung cancer is pretty prevalent in the United States, but the point exists that it's not necessarily easy to find the patients that you're always looking for. And that's one of the biggest things that's been a big issue for the industry in terms of timelines and efficiency. So how does this get cut down? Well, part of it is just being resourceful. Recognizing, well, look, dude, there's social media out there now. There's patient communities. It's talking. It's about getting these biotech pharmaceutical companies and specifically clinical trial directors. In other words, those who are the ones who are conducting the clinical trials and making sure, oh, wow, we've got a gust of wind. Whoa. No, but it's like crazy out here. I can't even, it's like a nor'easter out here. I can't believe I'm even out here. I feel like one of those weather reporters right now, reporting in from the field. Whoa, 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 whoa. In all seriousness. But the clinical trial, like, it's about making sure that how we're spending our time is most effectively, and how we're approaching situations doesn't just look at, okay, this is what's been done in the past for XYZ amount of years. This is kind of how the process works. It's disrupting yourself and making sure that as an organization, yeah, this is the way that we've done it. Looking forward, I see maybe 10, 15 years down the road, the way we've been doing it is not going to exist at all. It's going to be completely obsolete. Yet at the same time, using that knowledge and understanding of everything that's been learned by the industry in the past to fuel moving forward how to most efficiently and effectively, at the very least in this very small little piece, recruit for clinical trials. I'm no expert in this. I don't claim to be. Yet at the same time, what I've found, and this doesn't only apply to biotech and pharmaceuticals, rather applies to all of life, is that when we tap more into the larger purpose of what we're doing and why we're really doing it, why it matters to us specifically, that's when we recognize how little time we have to solve these problems. That's how we recognize, if not us, then who? When? How important is it for us to be effective with our time? Keep up, thrive, stay sexy.